but it was crazy. I'd crack my eyes open and I would see something run across in the moonlight. Freaking scared the shit out of me. Haven't seen a single truck or ATV in 8 miles. We are almost to the end of the road. This Forest Service road dead ends. And that is where I expect to see the hunters. But it is a Monday. Hopefully they went home. It's the last few days of the season. Quick update on the tree stand hunting spot. That is closed again. It was open for about 1 week. They had some extreme fire activity and reclosed everything up. So I'm back to plan B, C, something like that. There's my pack. Looks a little small, doesn't it? Well, it's because most of my stuff is on my mountain bike. I got some saddlebags and a little rack on the old mountain bike. And it's going to take me the first 1.25 miles. Not saving much by doing the mountain bike. Saving some time. And if I do get something, those trips will start adding up. 1.25 mile in, 1.25 mile out. 1.25 mile in, 1.25 mile out. Could save me 5 miles, which is hours of pain. Going in for 3 days. 3 days. We'll talk more once we get in there. Got some company. Now the plan here, maybe these cows are coming with me. I'm heading down here, up through there, and that way. I gotta constantly be checking my satellite image and GPS because there's not very many spots you can pitch a tent. You got all these trees will fall on you. Look at these guys coming right at me. Oh, so my bike is just up the hill here. Took the front wheel off, locked it all up. Hopefully I don't lose the keys. If I lose the keys, well, I'm screwed. Right down through here, I do need to get water. And I'm hoping this isn't my only spot to get water because I don't want to haul a whole bunch of water around that I don't need to. Just a cow calf. Had to top off with water real early in the hike. Since I'm going uphill and I don't know the area enough, I will be dropping waypoints for springs and stuff like that for future hunts back this way. But these guys here, I guess they're coming along. They're coming along with me. Kind of, I have to cinch up my sternum strap. There we go. That's it. It feels pretty good. Of course, I'm about 200 yards in to the hike, and I got about a mile to go. Not sure how long they're going to stick with me. Well, things are going nicely. I talked to that guy in the Jeep. He warned me how bad the deadfall was. And he must not be used to the deadfall that I'm used to. Because this is actually quite easy. I could be jinxing myself, but it hasn't been too bad. Just following the contour lines on the topographical maps on my phone. And I think I'm about a half a mile from where I'm going to put my tent. It's kind of nice walking through here. I'm doing really well. I haven't taken any ibuprofen. My back's holding up, knees are holding up. Very surprising. Just kind of going slow though, using the trekking poles. But I'm trying to gain a little bit of elevation, so I'm going to be heading up and around that way. So I'm starting to gain elevation and starting to see some things that look a little bit familiar from my research on Google Earth, whatever you want to call it, Google Maps. So right here is a possible camp spot, but not in front of that damn thing. Getting the hell away from there. I gotta keep climbing, and there's a couple little peaks, and there's a big rim around this huge meadow that's just up and over the edge. I'm gonna set my camp up on this side of the ridge, just so I'm not hauling it further than I need to, and I want to hunt this bull basically. So I'm going to keep climbing up here, and hopefully I find a space similar to this right here that's not in front of a widowmaker. I think I found my camp spot. Would you look at this view? That is pretty amazing. What, about 10,800 feet right here, and tiny trees, not very many dead ones. This is the little peak I'm at, so I can see way out there. I don't know how far away that is, but it's way out there. Just kind of pan around. This is the route that came up, and I was thinking to myself, you know, you haven't seen any boot tracks. And right down over there, I saw a set of boot tracks. But the drainage, let me see if I can zoom across the other side of it, if I can see. I don't know if you can make out those rocks in there. That's the other side. There's a couple peaks around here and a couple spots to put a tent. Ugh. I don't know. I was looking right here if I can move this rock, but then I've got this tree here and that tree right there. Right there. Not the greatest. It's hard to get depth perception on camera. We got a hill here. I think I can easily get this rock out, a couple of those rocks out, put them down here, use a stick, dig it out, try to get it flattened. It looks pretty flat, but it doesn't take much for your sleeping pad to start sliding downhill in a slippery tent. We have live trees all around, little guys here. We got a dead one there, but that's already broke off. Obviously this one's already fallen, and I think we're good. There's one way back over on the other side, but it's gonna go that way. And that is zoomed in very far. It get cold. It's supposed to warm up tomorrow. Tonight's gonna be the coldest night. So there it is, kind of a bird's eye view. I'm pretty protected by the wind there and these big rocks I'm standing on. Man, I still can't get over this view. Whoa, don't fall. I gotta get finished up making camp, and then I gotta get to hunting. I'm gonna start making some tracks on the ridge line. I don't know if I'm going to go all the way to the bottom tonight. I got about an hour and 20 minutes before it's going to be dark. I'm going to be back here at dark. Had to jam a stick in there to hook the tent on. It's not very stiff, but I will just poke some trekking poles collapsed when I get in for the night to take up the slack. One thing I do like about this sleeping bag sleeping bag is that it holds their sleeping pad, goes in a pocket. So even if you are sliding down, which I'll definitely, look how slippery this is, I'll be down there, I won't be off the sleeping pad. That's the worst, is when the sleeping pad's going one way and your sleeping bag's going the other way. But there's no rain. Gonna leave the raincoat here. Gonna take my extra layer of clothing, that's for sure. It's just gonna get cold pretty quick. So this is the dirty water I got out of that first bottom meadow, and just filtering it, and I'm gonna top this off. Probably leave this here and then just take the dirty bag and the filter out with me, and I will fill this up again if I come across some water, and that will give me a lot of water. Pretty darn cold. I haven't broke a sweat yet walking up here, so that helps retain some water. Well, the sun's about to set. I walked into the wind a bit, did a couple cow calls, staying up high. I haven't heard anything, so in this direction at the bottom of this hill is a big green area. I am going to head back towards camp. It's about 6:40. The sun is just about to set, and things are getting thicker, and as you can see, there's a lot of rocks here. Just listening, not hearing anything. Yeah, so I don't want to get stuck in the thick rocks in the dark. And I'd like to preserve my headlamp for if and when I really need it. And mostly full moon. Zoom in on the old moon up there. Almost a full moon. That's not the best for elk hunting. It means they stay out longer at night, get more done, and they're less mobile during the day. The water, titanium pot. There's some dinner. What is this stuff? Macaroni, Alpine. I don't know. I got this at Capella's, I think. Mac and cheese made with 3 cheese. Black diamond headlamp, I freaking hate it. It's got 3 lights, a red little LED, a white little LED, and then a white flood. And I can't for the life of me, there's one button. I can't for the life of me figure out how to get the dang thing to white. Boiling real good. Oh yeah. Whew. Use this as a pot holder. I should have flipped these things out. spoon. Oh, it's got some vegetables in there too. Oh, that smells good. I gotta figure out how to use this thing. I've had it for 2 years. Can't get the damn thing to turn to white. I know it's a sequence of quick presses, long press. It's time to eat the macaroni. Finally got that headlamp to switch over to white and got it dimmed down to the lowest setting. No idea how. I was pressing that button over and over. The only problem with these things is they're like 2.5 servings. I need to find some single servings because I never eat 2.5 servings of it. End up dumping it out. It's warm, tastes good. I'm all layered up. 2 sets of long johns on the bottom, 2 on the top, my down coat, beanie, headlamps over there. What else do I got if I need it? I've got gloves if I need it. And that's it. And of course, I'll be inside a 0-degree sleeping bag. I'm a cold sleeper. I think I'll be toasty tonight. I have my cell phone charging up. It's the battery isn't the greatest on that cell phone. It's kind of an older phone. Maybe it's time for an upgrade, because I left the truck at 3 p.m. and by it's probably 7:30 now. It was down to 60%. So and also that was I was on airplane mode as well. So it's a good thing I brought this big heavy-duty battery pack. But it'll charge it all up, and then I'll put everything in my sleeping bag, the camera, the phone, the battery, just to keep them warm, because when they get cold, it sucks the life out of them, and it doesn't come back when they get warm. Alrighty, well, I'll see you guys in the morning. That was pretty freaking miserable last night. Not only was it cold half the night because it was windy, I had mice tormenting me. If you can see over here, I got holes right here. They were running up and over the dang screen. I just had one jump. If you can see the outline of this, no, you can't see. There's in the shadow. I was looking at it in the shadow. So it's on the rock on this side. And all of a sudden it jumps onto the freaking tent. It was horrible. Don't think I slept at all. No bugles at all. I thought for sure up on this top peak here, I'd be hearing bugles all night long. I have had that experience before. 2017 in the Vasquez Wilderness area. They were bugling all night long. They were bugling. I could see them just barely through the, just barely see them in the moonlight bugling. Of course, I was not here. It was a different place. Had them bugle all night long in Wyoming, sleeping in the bed of my truck. But there are no bugling elk here. I'm already starting to make excuses. Hopefully there's not holes in my backpack. This hole here, it's just in the mesh where there's the pocket. I don't have any food in here. I don't have any food in the backpack. I've got my food hung up over there. Hopefully they didn't get into that. But it was crazy. I'd crack my eyes open and I would see something run across in the moonlight. Freaking scared the shit out of me. I'm going to break this hunt up into 2 videos. The next video will pick up where this one left off. Subscribe, click the bell. I'll try to get the next video out sooner than I got this video out.